Hey, have you seen the post or the news making rounds here just recently that Fannie Mae has removed their minimum score requirement? So Fannie Mae did have a credit score requirement of 620. You had to have at least a 620 credit score to get a loan approved with Fannie Mae. And this is great news. It's not as great as maybe I would like to hear, but at least they're moving in the right direction. I'd much rather this than seeing Fannie Mae raise their credit score from 620 to 640. But here's why it's really not all of that impactful. Most of the time when people are dealing with something like this, they're going to wind up going with a FHA loan anyway. FHA loan go down to 580 in terms of credit score. And then if you're going to put down 10% or more, FHA can potentially go down to 500 if you can find a lender that will go that deep in credit and take those associated risk with that credit score. And so typically, for the most part, people with the lower credit scores are going to wind up going FHA anyway. It tends to be cheaper unless you're putting down a very large down payment. And this is where it could help if someone has lower credit scores and they're putting down 20-30%. And it would get them out of the mortgage insurance if they can get the Fannie Mae approval. Or maybe they're buying a home that would fall under the FHA flip rules, meaning that the seller hadn't owned the home long enough for FHA guidelines. And so they would be precluded from using the FHA loan. So here, this new Fannie Mae rule would come into play and help. So it is going to have its benefit. It's going to have its moments where it helps. I just wouldn't want to overplay it and try to sound like that everybody in the world is going to be able to get a loan right now. There's still going to be credit underwriting. There's going to be credit requirements that have to be met. And what I found out just recently is that Freddie Mac, there's two arms of conventional loans. There's Fannie Mae and then there's Freddie Mac. Freddie Mac has had this in place for a while. And so we were able just to get someone approved last week in this very situation where we couldn't go FHA, but we were able to go conventional because Freddie Mac allowed us to go with less than a 620 credit score. So good news. It lets me know that things are loosening up a little bit, brighter days on the horizon maybe. So we'll just accept it as a win. How's that? Have a great day.